Hi, let's talk about how we're going to make a Padlet. First, I'd like you to open up your browser window and go to Padlet.com. Here you'll see that you can make a Padlet, join a Padlet, or a gallery. If you are someone who is making the Padlet for your group, you're going to go to Make a Padlet, and there's lots of different kinds of ways to lay this out. The way that I use Padlet for calligraphy guilds and creative groups is I choose the very first one here. It's just a wall. And what you're going to do next is you're going to create your Padlet. So you're going to want to give it a title. I usually give it the title of the instructor's name and virtual gallery. And then under the description, I might put who the calligraphy guild, the host calligraphy guild is. Sometimes for the icon, just because we are calligraphers, there's a little icon in here of hands using a pen. That's just a nice thing to put in. Or you can add your own icon, maybe your logo. And then for the address, I always put the instructor's name, and it's up to you if you want to do caps or lowercase. For the appearance, I usually just choose a solid color of a gray color, sometimes a light gray if I can. That looks a little pastel. And then let's see, color scheme, I usually keep it light. The font, I keep it just as it is. For the attribution, I like to tell students that they can post anonymously. And so I keep the attribution off. And then for the new position, I keep it at first. So the newest thing is at the top. That's great when you have a very long class and you want to be able to see the latest, greatest works, and then you can work your way backwards, but it's completely up to you. I do allow comments on posts. This is a great way for instructors or others to leave feedback. And then as far as reactions, there are a couple of different ways. We are so used to doing likes, like little hearts, like on Instagram and things like that. If it's something you don't want to do because people may feel left out because they don't get likes, you can just leave it at none. It's completely up to you. And then as far as content filtering, I do not require approval because I want people to be able to post. And then I do filter profanity, just keep it nice. And then as far as mapping to a domain, I don't really do that. I think that's something you can choose to do, but that's not something I do. And then I'll hit next. And then we can start posting. And so if you are a participant, the way you will post is that you will click this edit button here and you can just start posting. However, I do not give the URL. Actually, I share the QR code in my session so people can use their phone and point that to the QR code. So let me show you how I do that. First, before I begin, I just like to be able to have the instructions in the Padlet. So I'm going to make my first post. I'm going to call it instructions. And then I have the instructions that I'm already going to copy and paste in here. And then at the very end, I put the QR code. Now you might be wondering, where does the QR code come from? You go up here to share. And this is very important. You want to set your privacy. So you don't necessarily want to invite members, but you do want to make sure that everyone can post and edit their own posts. So here we are going to keep it secret. If you have it private or password, it's really hard to find. If you have members, you have to make sure that people are logged in. We don't want that. Keep that at secret, and we don't want it public. So we'll go back, and then I will get the QR code so I can click that. And this QR code will come up, and then I'll just click download. It downloads to my downloads folder. I'll close this. And then under the instructions, I'm going to click this little edit tool, the upload, choose my file, and I know that it's going to live in my downloads file. and then that will upload. And now this way, you can either show the QR code. I usually show it from a PowerPoint slide that also has instructions, or you can show it just from the Padlet page. Going back to the privacy, let's make sure the visitor's permission can write, okay? Sure, people can just read, but you want them to be able to view and add posts and not edit or approve other people's posts or modify or delete the Padlet. It's just that they can post themselves. So let me show you how to post. As a participant, what you'll do is you will go to your camera and go to the camera app on your phone. Take your phone and go to your camera app on your phone. And you're not going to take a picture. You're simply going to point the phone to the QR code. Hold very still. If you're on an Apple phone, it will say open Padlet, maybe in Safari. Click the top of that banner. And then what you can do is point to your artwork that's on your desktop, or just for practice, shoot anything that's on your desktop. And you click that little circle, pink circle with the plus button at the bottom. And so once you have your image ready that you're going to take a picture of, you'll click that circle, and at the bottom, there'll be a camera icon. If you don't see the camera icon, no worries. You can just choose the three little dots and the option to take a picture. Another camera, it might say photograph or camera or snap, will come up. Once you take your picture, you're going to want to make sure that it's the right direction. So if it's sideways, click retake. If not, you can hit use photo, and then it'll say uploading. It'll be up in a jiffy. There it is. And you can add your name if you want, or you can stay anonymous. You can also add other information under there as well if you want to talk about what your process was, that type of thing. Now, if you're an instructor or someone else in the class and you'd like to leave a comment, you can click the heart. If you'd like to click the heart, oops, I don't think it's, oh, there we go. You click the heart for liking, and then you can add your comment. Remember, if you are an instructor, you want to give great constructive feedback, and make sure you hit the return key or this little arrow key. Don't just click away because it won't save your comment, but that's how you make and give feedback. So hope you've enjoyed this quick how-to tutorial on how to set up, how to post, and how to leave a comment for Padlet. If you have any more questions, visit my website, letslettertogether.com.